Yes. And because of the intimidation, we are more prepared to travel the mile, however long it takes. You know, somebody who cannot manage 100 meters hit will never manage a marathon. We are prepared for any strike marathon.
Sentiments from the KNUT Chairman Wilson Sossion last Friday, a reaction to the initial contempt of court charges filed against him by his employer TSC.
And by the way, we've never been served with those orders. Let anybody prove that we've been served.
A hardline stand, as has thus been described, taken by the KNUT officials, who are now the subject of contempt of court charges reinstated against them by TSC. The Commission had on Tuesday temporarily withdrawn the contempt of court charges it initially filed against KNUT officials last week on condition that they agree to call off the strike Tuesday morning. But come Tuesday evening, and talks between the TSC and KNUT once again failed, and so the teachers' union officials walk out of the meeting.
The same people who went to court, who took us to court, cannot be the people again to negotiate with us. We had gone beyond this. And for us, what they are tabling at the table now is not what we are out on strike about.
And so the Teachers' Employer Teachers' Service Commission was back in industrial court Wednesday morning to reinstate fresh charges and seek custodial sentence against the KNUT officials for them to be committed to civil jail for 6 months. But KNUT, through their lawyer Chacha Odera, argued it had not been served with a notice on motion, but this time agreed to be served on behalf of KNUT. That hearing will be done on Monday. And while TSC institutes legal proceedings against KNUT, it, on the other hand, has managed to get the rival union KUPPET to bite the carrot it has been dangling at it for the past week in the form of harmonized allowances, that of commuter, special school and readers' allowance. In the deal, 203,632 teachers who fall between job groups K down to G will have their commuter allowance increased from 1,001 shillings to 4,000 shillings.
Responsibility allowance, the government has generally agreed to increase responsibility allowance by 100%. So responsibility allowance for teachers in job group K and below will therefore be doubled. And that will move from 300 million to 600 million Kenya shillings.
And as regards readers' allowances,
if a teacher earns 20,000 shillings as basic salary, the earlier payment was 10% of that basic salary. So if 10% of the basic salary of 20,000 is 2,000 shillings, so this teacher will now earn 10,000 Kenya shillings up from 2,000 Kenya shillings.
KNUT, on one hand, has rejected the 17 billion shilling offer on the table and insists on 47 billion shillings in arrears from 1997. Their KUPPET counterparts, however, have agreed to take the government's offer and ordered their teachers to resume classes. The trickle-down effect of this remains to be seen in the missed learning hours the pupils and students have encountered. Jackie Maribe, Citizen Live at 9.